Hey, what's going on? What's going on? We
What's
back.
up?
We're
What's
gonna do
up?
our Thursday show, Mississippi Vibes with Bird and Poe. We here, we live, trying to get everything adjusted. Hey, man, we got a wonderful show tonight.
Man,
We
absolutely.
got
This
Miss
is
Matthews. She's going to come on. She's going to talk about her run for the mayor in
awesome.
Aberdeen, Mississippi.
All right.
Then we got another special guest that's gonna come through, and hey, we're gonna get started, man. I apologize for being late running and everything. So I'm going to bring Miss Matthews to the screen and we'll get started on what we doing and what's going on and let y'all know everything that she has going on. So hey,
Hello.
hey, hey.
Miss Matthews, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Poe? How are you,
Doing
Bert?
well. Doing well. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you
great.
all for having me on tonight.
Oh no,
You
thank you. You are gracing us with your presence and what you got going on, and we're excited to be a part of it. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
uh,
So I don't know how you want me to start, Bert and Poe. So you all tell me your format and what it all that you have planned. So let me know.
right now, our format is about Miss Matthew and what you
Okay.
have going on, your run for the mayor. And so you can introduce yourself and let the people know what you have going on. You know, and everything before you get started. If you're watching, y'all please make sure y'all share. So you know
Absolutely.
everybody can see this. I turn it over to you. Go ahead, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you again so much for having me on your platform. I appreciate the opportunity. If you know me, a lot of people know me. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 21, going on 21 years in this community and in various areas of this community. So, first off, I like to say Lee Matthews is a household name. Okay. I ran for mayor back in 2016. Here, I was the first Black female to ever vie for that position. And I came up just about 40 votes shy of making the runoff. Okay. So that was pretty good to never have ever run for anything, any office ever. And so this past election, I set out and I just decided I would support someone else. And however, with the recent events and different things that have happened in our city, that has caused this special election. I prayed about it and talked to my campaign manager, who was my brother. Everybody knows that. And he was like, look, I don't know of anyone else who can positively turn this thing around except you. So why don't we do this? And so again, like I said, I prayed about it and then just decided, you know what? I'm going to try, you know. So of course, it's about 6 of us running now, but either way, I feel that I am the best candidate to be able to put forth a positive face for Aberdeen at this moment in time, because that's what we need. Aberdeen has had a lot of bouts with negativity, negative publicity, negative things in government, mistrust, and all of those things. It's time for us to put a positive spin on everything and just move forward. And that's what I would like to be able to do. In introducing myself, I'm a single mother of 3 beautiful children. My oldest is 25 years old, and he has his family, and he blessed me with a daughter-in-law, beautiful daughter-in-law, and a beautiful granddaughter. I also have. He's in college and he's about to finish. He'll be an industrial engineer this year when he finishes at Mississippi State. So kudos to the Black engineers. And also I have a 20-year-old son who will be finishing in a couple of years from Mississippi State University in the art program. He's a local artist here. If you come to Aberdeen and you see what used to be the little sign for The clock at the beginning of the drive of the Aberdeen High School, my son actually did that artwork there. So then I have a 15-year-old daughter. So, and she's a freshman at the Aberdeen High School. She's doing virtual schooling right now. By profession, though, I have been a nurse in this area. I did public health, so I was a health department nurse for at least 10 years with the Mississippi State Department of Health. And now I work currently from home with an insurance company. So that is what I do. Besides loving on my mom and dad who are still living, and helping to take care of them, and helping anyone else in the community that I can and have through various methods. I've been a part of various organizations who have helped and provided support to the citizens here. So I have a track record of being a leader. So I don't really know how to sell myself a whole lot. As you can tell, I can talk and I can be really, really long-winded. But I just know that I've never been a part of anything that failed. Never been a part of anything that failed. And I say that, and I'll make fun, but because I've been married twice, but they failed. But marriages, yes. But publicly, no platform or anything that I plan to put forth has ever failed. So I like to win. I'm very competitive. And if elected, that is what I plan to do for Aberdeen, is be very competitive when we go to these municipal meetings, and to try and persuade industry to come here despite the negativity that they've heard. Just putting a positive face out there for Aberdeen. That's what we need. That's what we need. And somebody who's willing.
Let me ask you,
yes,
what are you bringing to the table that no other candidate can touch? They go bring, we call it Dean Town. They go bring, Dean Town, Aberdeen back to the forefront of its excellence. What you bringing that nobody else can touch?
Integrity and positive. I positively know that if I get in front of an industry to convince them to come to Aberdeen, I would be able to do that without a doubt. I don't talk about things that I don't know, and I'm not gonna, shuck and jive a whole lot of people about a lot of things. Everybody wants to hear, oh, I want to bring jobs. Well, if you bring industry here, you're gonna bring jobs. That will in turn bring jobs, which will in turn increase our city's revenue, which will then decrease the taxpayer expenses. So it's a lot of business things, but you have to be willing to work together with your city leaders, and your city leaders have to be able to trust you. I'm honest. I have integrity, and there's not been a scandal. That's what our main issue has been: trust. Okay, right. That's the main thing. I'm trustworthy. I'm polished. And I'll be able to convince those who need to come to look past all of what they've heard and just come here and see for themselves. We have a beautiful scenery that not very many people and not very many towns still have. But we've needed leadership who was willing to put past themselves and their attitudes and their thoughts and processes and think of the bigger picture, which is the citizens here.
Poe?
So yeah, I'm taking all of it in. So Ms. Matthews, so I gotta ask you, and I mean, I first and foremost, let me say I love politics. So I am one of those people that just love it. Mm-hmm. And I have to admit that, politics is a dirty game. I mean, we just got to be honest and just call it what it is. It's a dirty game. In some street words, it's hustling. I'm just being honest, because I mean, we got to, everybody can't be happy. Everybody's not going to be happy all the time.
Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
gonna find you're gonna get some wins, you're gonna get some losses. So knowing what you know about your city and the constituents in which you serve, yeah, everybody knows that when we talk about jobs, that's the jobs, the industry, and then you brought it home talking about leadership and integrity. So obviously, and I will be honest with you, I intentionally did not read into whatever was going on with this special election because I didn't want to have anything biased or form an opinion about. So I 100% just stayed away from it.
Good.
So knowing what you know and the reason why you're having this election with the current mistrust in the system as a whole, how do you plan to appeal to your people to even come to the polls to support you?
Okay. Well, because they already know me, they know anytime I'm associated with something, it's integral. I'm not going to just come to the table and, just support just any old thing. I don't jump on every bandwagon. Just like I said, the last election, which was last year in June, I stayed out of because I felt like some of the candidates that were in the race, there was one in particular that I supported because she shared some of my similar views. However, in this election, I don't feel that is here. Therefore, I bring that to the table. And so the way that I would just say for them, look, you say you want change. And a lot of people associate elections with popularity contests. And it's not. It's not a popularity contest. Ultimately, it is who you feel can do the job. Whether you like me or not, you have to respect the fact that you know that I get results. If I come, I'm coming for results. I'm not leaving until I get them. So, and they know this about me. This is not a myth. This is not something that, I just say. They know if I come, it's like kind of like that meme, the devil, when you get up, the devil's like, oh Lord, here she comes. That's me. That's me. And I'm okay with that. Right. I'm fine with it. I've been the butt of a lot of jokes and a lot of, concerns here. But if I didn't have the thick skin that I have, I wouldn't be running. And if I didn't feel like I was the best candidate for this job, I wouldn't be running. I don't really care about what people think and how they feel about me as a person, as far as, I don't know if I like her, that's not what I'm about. I'm about getting positive results for all of us. And that's what's going to take.
Well, I want to commend you for, regardless of however it turns out, I am a firm believer, no matter who you are, if you see what you deem to be a problem and you don't do something about it,
yes,
don't talk to me.
Exactly.
Don't talk to me.
That's my whole thing. Because I thought, I was like, you know what, girl, you're sitting here. And this is the conversation that I actually had with myself. You're sitting here and you're not satisfied with what's going on. But you're going to sit by and watch this happen one more time. And then God said to me, you know what, if you want, and I've heard this before, if you want to change something, you can't change it from the outside. You have to get in it. So I got in the race.
Put some skin in the game.
Win, lose, or draw, I am here. I'm here. And I feel like that sometimes it's a mind, well, all the time it's a mindset. Because the Bible says, that it's the renewing of your mind is what will change things. That's what, that's what you need. So we need a positive person out front to cause a positive mindset to flow and trickle down. Once it starts from the head, it'll trickle down to everybody else. I don't care what attitude you meet me with. When you leave me, is what matters. That's what matters. You might come with all of this, yeah, but when you leave, if I don't give you that and I give you back positive, eventually you're gonna have to come here to meet me, you know? So that's I'm a firm believer of that.
All right.
Yeah.
What happened within the politics of the local government that it has been so much of mistrust between the citizens and the people that's in leadership role? Where did the disconnect come from that once after I done sold you, you done gave me what I need to get in office, then I just done forgot about you, the citizens? And how would you bring that back?
Okay. I think, now this is just my belief, okay? And hey, this is just what it is. My belief is just a lack of trust, because we'll say that we're going to do one thing and then we get somewhere and we don't do that very thing that we say. However, we expect to be trusted that when we say we're going to do something else, that is actually going to come to pass. And it just keeps happening. It keeps the ripple effect. It just keeps happening and keeps happening. And then each time we go and we try to get someone else different, and then they say they're going to do something. And then, hey, they may do a few things, but they don't ultimately get the job done. In our city, a lot has happened. And then you bring race into all of that, that makes it, whether or not it's an actual issue or not, sometimes it's really not an actual issue, and then it'll be portrayed as an actual issue, and then we jump on that. And so we have a lot of bandwagon jumpers, and we can't do that. We have to stop. We really do. We have to start seeing things for what they truly are, and stop jumping the bandwagon all the time, because every time it ain't all about race. Now, sometimes it'll end up being, if we stick with it. But what you have to have in a city when you know that their racial tensions are high, you have to be able to have someone who can positively throw water on that fire and say, hold, stop. Let's deal with the issue. What is the real issue? You know that you're white. I know that I'm Black. Let's sit down at a table and actually have a conversation. And we'll ultimately discover that it's really not about our race. It's more about our personalities and the lack of understanding of our cultures. And if we just shave away a lot of that, sometimes we can get past seeing a color and actually deal with the real issue, the bigger issue, which ends up being lack of trust. I don't trust you that you will do what you say because you've not done it in the past.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's basically it. And as a mayor, and an article will come out later, because I don't want to get too much into that, but we've got articles that will come out in the paper about how we feel about the race issues and the racial disharmony that's going on here in Aberdeen. And a lot of it, like I said, some of it was created. Now, there are some things that were here and have been happening for years, and some people were comfortable with it and they just flowed with it, and some people were not. There are a lot of things that are just not what they appear to be. And I believe that you need to just be honest. Just tell what it is. Be open. Stop being so covered up about a lot of things. And that if you're forthcoming, putting everything out there, then there's no need in the end for a lot of explaining, because you know step by step what's going on as the process is happening. Just be open.
All right, so Ms. Matthews, I got to give you this now. So,
Okay.
so I live in the Tuscaloosa area,
Okay.
and we just had a mayor and city council election just past Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my frat brothers, he ran for councilman, and he won.
Okay.
But leading up to that, yep, shout out to Cassius Lanier. Leading up to that, though, there was he had a past, as we all do. But he's never tried to hide his past. He was a convicted felon, and but he did what he needed to do, and in turn he won the election. He had the support of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people tried to honestly drag him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna call it what it is. They tried to honestly drag him. But the thing that I liked about what he did, I'm gonna give you all of mine right here. So see, you can't use it against me.
Exactly.
You can't use it against me.
Mm-hmm.
So Ms. Matthews, what I want to do is like right now. And I mean, we may not, I don't know how many people gonna see this or how many people are actually watching,
Mm-hmm.
but to give you the opportunity just to say, you know what? Okay, y'all know Lee Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
We got that. But what you can't do is try to use what against me to say, I already told you I'm transparent. Because I mean, we talked, you mentioned it. You mentioned it, and I believe, it's just me, I believe that a leader, if you're gonna lead the people, you have to go ahead and put yourself out there, almost be vulnerable to whatever. I mean, this is just what it is. Be vulnerable to the point where, okay, give me what you got. I'm gonna give you what I got. You give me what you got, and then we're just gonna see how this thing, who's standing at the end.
Mm-hmm. So to say that, honestly, and I'm gonna be real sarcastic because that's just my forte. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I am probably the most boring person that you will ever meet in your life. Honestly, because I'll tell you, I've had background checks and everything for my licenses, the various licenses I've had to have, and they come back so fast. And I tell them when I'm doing my fingerprinting and everything, and I was like, it's probably gonna come back capital BORING, because if I am not working, I am at my mom and dad's. I don't have a whole lot of friends that I don't hang out. I am a minister. Okay. So I don't, it's a lot of things that before I became a minister, I just didn't indulge in. That's just it. And so I lived my life that way purposefully. I have children, and I never wanted them to lose respect for me, especially after my divorce from their dad. A lot of women can't raise young men, but I got some 6 feet, deep, 2 young men that automatically know, without beyond a shadow of a doubt, don't even look like you want to disrespect me.
Right.
So because I lived a life before them, that I'm not going to be saying one thing and doing another.
Yes, ma'am.
That's just it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So my mom and dad did that for me. So it was my desire to for my children to respect me and to know that what I'm saying and what I'm doing match from here inside the house as well as outside the house. And that's what I taught them. And I want them to also see that and mimic that same energy. So I'm boring. The only thing they can use against me is, girl, we don't never see you. So, the other party is, this is the most vulnerable thing for me to do. And that is the scariest thing for me to do. However, I'm trying to overcome that for the greater good. I plan to continue to live here. So if I'm going to live here, my children are going to live here. I'm encouraging them to get educated and come back here, and not to just say, girl, or man, there's nothing in Aberdeen. When you finish, go on off to Atlanta somewhere. Well, you know why Atlanta is doing as well as they are? Because everybody's leaving and going there. But if you leave, get educated, and come back, just imagine what you can do in your own community. If a lot of you who were educated and you come back to your community. So I encourage, whether or not all 3 of them will stay or not, I encourage them, come back, become a more productive citizen in your own city and town and watch it become an Atlanta. Don't everybody go to Atlanta. Don't everybody go to New York. Then what are we going to have here? And
Well,
so
Miss
I
Matthews, them
plan to
folks in
change.
Atlanta said they ain't taking nobody else. So that's what they told me. They said we ain't got no more room. In those words, no more room.
I
Right.
understand that. So stay put and do what you can do in Atlanta. You can do the same thing here, but you may have to work a little harder. It may take a little longer, and I understand the small town mentality. Everybody won't support everybody, or I don't like that set of folks and this one don't like that set of folks. Look, I like all people. I like all people. It doesn't matter what color. And that's the part that I know that I can appeal to all. I've worked with all sorts of people in my 21 years in nursing. I have been spit at, spit on by patients that I've had to continue to smile and to continue to care. I remember there was this video of this young lady caring for a lady who was spitting on her and doing all that. I've had that actually happen, pregnant,
Wow.
and just had to deal with it. And you know what I've done? I go in the bathroom and I laugh about it now, but I go in the bathroom and talk to it and just say what it is that I wanted to say to her. Come out, wash my hands, come out, smiling, and go right on to the next patient and move forward. And that is my mantra. That's my whole personality, because I feel that if you meet fire with fire, you have a bigger fire.
You're right. You're right, Miss Matthews. But I'm gonna tell you, they say heaven is full of angels. They say heaven full of angels. I have to give you that, because yeah, we finna burn this thing down for me, because that ain't gonna be. Try Jesus, don't try me.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I mean, I'm just being honest with you. So
but you have to think.
Oh, you're right now. Don't get me wrong. You are absolutely right.
Right.
I'm just not there yet. That's not me. I'm a construction zone, work in progress over here. So
I am too, because initially the first part of you wants to react, but then at some point you have to realize, how sick does this individual have to be, whether it's physically or mentally, to go there and come at you? What is the real reason behind this? And with my children, Lord bless them, they take me there sometimes, and I use that because they all have strong personalities, very strong, very smart, bright children, and they have some very heated arguments about very intellectual things. And I'm sitting there going, as a child, we did not argue about those things, but you have to have a certain level of restraint to be able to get all of those personalities to sit down and actually consider the other one's feelings and thoughts about it, and be made to say, listen to what they're having to say, and wonder, where is that mentality coming from? Can I change your mind about it by giving you my viewpoint? And if I can't, be mature enough to agree to disagree.
there you go.
Take what you need from that conversation or that issue or that circumstance and move on, and let it help build you as a better person. Because sometimes you're not going to be able to appeal. Like you said, you're not going to be able to appeal to everyone. You're not going to be able to make everyone happy. And I'm okay with that. The thing is, in politics, you just have to be electable. You have to be reelected. So I can't do anything to help Aberdenians unless I'm elected. And that is the main focus at this point. Then once I'm elected, it's about then starting to build the trust, doing what I say I'm going to do, or at least attempt to be seen and believed that I'm going to attempt to fight on your behalf. That's all it is.
Well, I want to say this, and I hope the people of Aberdeen hear this, that you're not just running for mayor of the black people of Aberdeen.
Absolutely.
You're running for the mayor of Aberdeen. So, our people will get the idea that, we put her in there and then she didn't do everything for us. Well, it's there is a balance.
It
And
is.
I think we have to say this to set
Mhm.
the expectation, because if we don't, then
True.
there is no expectation.
True.
So I just want to say that, and I love the message. Having studied so much of politics, and everybody always has that message that they want to change, they want to create change, we want to bring
Mhm.
jobs, and then you get in there and you got to deal with the city council, you got to deal with the police
Yes.
chief. There are a million other moving parts, and
Yes.
that you can't do it alone.
Mhm.
And with that being said, I'm speaking to I'm speaking to the voters at this point. you
Mhm.
know Whether they support you or support another candidate, you know it's not going to happen. Nothing positive is going to happen if we don't use our voice.
Quickly and yes, absolutely,
Point blank.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
but
Our city is um, the mayor is just basically the face, the representation of the city. The board actually makes decisions. However, if I, as mayor, come and I bring a business or an industry to the table to discuss and have them to talk, if they don't trust me, they're not gonna vote for it.
come on with this civics lesson.
So,
Come on, give us this civics lesson. Break it down.
they're not
Come
gonna
on.
vote for it. That whether or not it looks like it's a good thing, if they don't trust that what I'm bringing before them is integrity and it's an honest business deal for them to endeavor in and to bring the city into, they're not going to vote for it. And that is what has been happening. And that is what our citizens don't quite understand. I get it. A lot of the times there may have been other personalities that got into play. But when you have um, someone that you don't trust, they're not going to vote for what it is that you're asking for. And so that's what's been happening. They've got to be able to trust what you bring to the table. They've got to be able to trust that what you say is what it is. And then when they research it, it's got to be what you said it is. And a lot of the times that's not been the case. That has not been the case. And it's been one issue snowballing into another, snowballing into another. We've got to get away from that. And what we've got to get away from is the white folks this is
Come
probably
on
a
through.
majority. This is a majority Black town,
Come on
and we
through.
will sit up on our hind parts on the day of election. I ain't going down there voting for them folks. Them folks gonna do whatever they want to do. No, they're not. We can change things. This past election, presidential election, showed that. Several years before that, it showed our Black vote matters. Now, in this city election, like you said, it's going to be Black and white. I just know that I am right and I can appeal to the right people. And that's all that matters. That's what I'm trying to appeal to anyway. A lot of people are running on different platforms. My platform in 2016 was infrastructure. It had to do more with the streets and different things that's going on there. It's still infrastructure, I'll say that, but it has more to do with us as a people. Racial disharmony. I am that candidate who can bring the races together to have pertinent, respectful conversations about race and what's really going on here, and let's handle it. Not just bait it down, we don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's the only way a problem can be solved. You have to first admit there is a problem, and then you've got to be willing to put forth the effort to implement things that will
Right.
change it. That's
Come on.
that's
Come
You own
on
it.
now.
I'm telling you, come on through.
Come on now.
So, but I
that's
mean,
simple for me.
You're right, I'm giving you all the kudos that you know that you so deserve from just your conversation, because we letting you talk. We listening to you, but a lot of people gonna tiptoe through the tulips when you say race. Now I'm just gonna be honest with you. Oh
Yeah,
goodness,
yeah.
can't talk about that. You know, because
That's why
that's a sensitive subject,
it
but
is,
it's real.
but it is. And the only way that change is going to come, you've got to be able to be respectful in your conversation. You've got to be willing to be honest in your conversation. And you've got to be willing to have effective dialogue and communication. That's
Right.
not just you saying something all the time and me listening. You've got to be able to hear, even when it comes back to you and it's a hard lesson to, or a hard hit to hear.
Hmm.
You've got to be willing to hear that, absorb it, and let it settle with you for a moment and say, you know what? There may be some truth to that. What can I do to help implement that? Now, yeah, there's nothing that some people can, that we can do about what happened to our ancestors, and there's nothing that they can do about what some of their ancestors did to ours. But right now, going forward
Right.
today, there's things that we can do that we're just not doing because we don't want to talk about it. We
Hmm.
want to talk at it. We want to talk up it, but we don't want to talk about it and then come up with your solutions to these issues. And that's going to require honesty, sitting down and just saying, you know what? Here it is. And this is what I feel. This is how I feel. Tell me how you feel about that. And
Miss
go
Lee,
from there.
there's a thing I like to say, and I'm gonna give you this. You can use it. Don't worry about it. I like I like to say, if people would listen to
Mhm.
learn versus listening to respond,
Absolutely.
we can get somewhere.
Now,
You
I'm
can
going to give you a spin on that.
no,
I
come
know
on,
I'm
what
going
you
to
got?
use that. I'm
You
going
can
to use
use.
that. I seek to understand rather than to misunderstand.
Okay.
So a lot of people, that's what they do. Instead of seeking to understand, you may come in angry. You're not angry with me or at me. There is something that has caused your anger, and I'm going to seek to get to the bottom of that, not why you have such a short attitude with me. And like, see, people can use that in relationships, any
Mm-hmm.
kind of relationships, whether it's a friend relationship, a romantic relationship, or people just you encounter. Just know always. A lot of times you see people in the grocery store, whatever, they may have a frown on their face. They're not frowning at you. They may have something going on. But if you say something or do something, sometimes you all have to speak and say, hey, how are you? Good morning, in such a positive light, they have no other choice except to be like, they're gonna either look at you crazy and like, well, is she speaking to me? Nice day we're having. If you continue that, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
They Some people have no other choice except to, just bring it on down and be
Yep.
like, hey. And sometimes they may not have even thought about, I've got a frown on my face, or I'm thinking about, look, because I'm guilty of it.
Right.
I am a million miles away, or I may be focused on what it is that I'm in that store to do or what have you. But if you seek to understand, a lot of times we're sought out to be misunderstood,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where the issue will be. If you are intent on misunderstanding who I am as a person, there's no amount of anything that I'm going to be able to do or say that's going to change your mind. But if
Right.
you seek to understand my plight, you seek to understand why it is that I am the way that I am, then we can have dialogue
Mm-hmm.
that'll, slowly undress some of that ignorance, slowly undress some of that attitude.
Right. Put a
That's just
perm
what
on.
I feel.
They say put a perm on that attitude.
Straighten it out.
Yeah, they gonna
Okay,
relax it.
straighten it
Yeah,
out.
Straighten it
yeah.
out.
But now with some people it
It
curls it
will
up.
curl it
So
up too. That is true. That is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Well,
So
Miss Matthews, we want to thank you for your time, and
absolutely.
thank you for coming out and talking to your people from Aberdeen.
Absolutely.
Let's go out and do the right thing this time.
Absolutely.
We don't need
Absolutely.
to come up,
Aberdeen.
right. We don't need to come up for the short. We need to be over 100. And
Exactly. Yes. From
and
your lips to God's ears and to the people's ears and
right.
legs and hands and all that other good stuff. You are absolutely right. And I just want to thank you both. Thank you all for having me. Thank you all for listening, having dialogue, and laughing with me. But this thing is a serious issue. And I'm just asking for those Aberdenians who may be watching, because I told them I went and did a short live right before I came on my page and asked them to come over and to go and like your page. So
Thank you.
I'm asking that just continue, because I've watched it a couple of times, and sometimes when I miss it, I'm able to go back and watch some of the issues. So you all address some really, really deep issues, and thank you for having me. I would be glad to come back if I get it or if I don't, but I am
Right.
claiming,
There it is.
okay,
There it is.
you already know, I am claiming this
Come on
right
through.
here. I believe that this is my time to show Aberdeen we can come together and we can be a greater city than we've ever been before. So on March 16th, Aberdeen, I'm asking that you would get up, go out and vote. The absentee ballots have come in. You can go and vote early now. But I'm
Y'all got
asking
early
you,
voting.
yeah,
Look
we
at
do.
y'all.
We
All
do.
progressive and stuff. I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Absolutely. So we've got early voting. Go out. I want to also mention, if I can, if you all allow me, there is going to be a debate on March 9th. I'll continue to share that. It's going to be at the Elkin Theater. If you all can come out, feel free, because I need some good vibes and some good support. So pray for me. And thank you all again, like I said, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank
Where's
you.
that debate gonna be at, Miss Matthews?
It's going to be at the Elkin Theater, which is
Elkin.
downtown Aberdeen. You'll be able to see it, the little marquee, because we only have one little stop sign right there in downtown, and we almost did not have it.
Okay.
So we it's going to be right
Right.
there on in the Main Street area. So
All right.
all right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
all
Thank you
again.
so
Y'all have
much
a
for coming
blessed
out.
evening.
Same to
Absolutely.
you.
you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
That's
Man.
pretty solid.
Hey,
That's pretty
we
solid.
got our other guest that's waiting, man. So we're gonna bring them on. After what you want to do after we introduce, we'll go to our sponsors and thank them. First of all, thank Miss Matthews. Y'all get out
Absolutely.
there, Aberdeen, March 16th. That's on a Tuesday. Handle your business. Do what you got to do for a change. Hey, like, nah, I ain't gonna use. Boy, I about to say something that 45 said, but I ain't. I
We ain't
apologize.
finna quote that
Right, I apologize.
at all.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, I hope that works out for Miss Matthews. I'm gonna definitely be
Yeah,
paying attention to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, we got let me. Hey, we're gonna bring up our next special guest, man. Hey, he a homie from the crib. He has, man. He done turned into a man everything that he wanted to become in life. He's an advocate. He's a pastor. Um, he spit them bars.
You've been doing that a long time.
Man, let me bring my. Let
Bring him
me.
in.
Man,
What's up, gentlemen?
welcome,
Gentlemen,
Damn, what's
man.
up?
what's going on, man?
Oh
I ain't
man.
seen y'all boys in a long time, man.
Hey, couple
Man, we
moons here
here.
and there.
We here, man. I was trying to introduce you, man, with so many titles. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna let you
I know.
introduce yourself. Poe, you ready for? We gotta shout out our sponsors
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
for the
I'm
night
ready.
before. Then we're gonna get into it with you, Mr. Quinn, man. We finna drop some stuff
All
about
right.
these communities with these youth, man. What we gotta do. Oh, here we go.
Okay. Cool.
There you go. You know who this is.
Hey,
That's
once
all.
again, go ahead, Poe. I
No,
apologize.
you go ahead. You got it.
Once again, this the homie Bobby Williams with Energy. Make sure if you need any clothing, male, female, kids. Check out Energy. Check them out. Energy Store on IG. You can order your product. Hey, he great material. I mean, a great businessman, Black-owned business. You know what I'm saying? So check him out. Energy Store on IG. Hit him up. He ready to serve you. Thank you for your sponsorship once again, man.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
You want to do one more?
Yeah, let's get one more in. Once again, we got Martin and Smith Consulting. If you need life insurance, you need financial services, you need anything that's dealing with your current and afterlife, we don't want to leave our families stranded, leaving with all kind of bills, this and that. Make sure you check out Martin and Smith, 601-319-3238, mimsmith3@icloud.com. Thank you once again, sir. We'll come back to our other sponsors later. But check this out, Hey man, I'm Bert Robinson. I got my guy Poe.
What's up?
And hey man, we're gonna turn it over to the man. Let him introduce himself, the hometown. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm Adrian Quinn, Pastor Quinn, activist Quinn, whatever you call me. But from Starkville, Mississippi, I was in the music industry for like 20-something years. I was signed to a label called Big Cat Records. Did songs with Gucci Mane, Jagged Edge. I flew to Jamaica, did a song with Buju Banton. I was on BET, Source Magazine, all that, and then I got a call from a higher power, and I walked away from it. And I've been, following God ever since. So, and then doing activism, and my revolutionary thing. So, I'm happy to be on the show, man. Paul, what it do?
Man, we thank you. Hey, Poe, did you get that other picture I sent you at the last one?
Yeah, I got it. I got it coming up.
Okay.
I got it.
Man, hey, Quinn, man, what we gonna do about this last night? I was talking to Calvin Daly.
Oh yeah, my boy.
Yeah, I was talking to Twan, Antoine Edwards.
My boy, yeah, family.
Right. I was talking to somebody else, and I was saying, man, we got to bring some type of group of men together, a men of change, to reach out to these youth, to our community, to bring this necessary change to get anything going. Because it's going to come a point in time from the age of 13 to the age of 28, it going to be wiped out from prison or the grave. Then it hurt me so bad. It wasn't even 24 hours later, our community got hit and lost 2 young men. And and I mean, we know the families, so to the Perkins family, to the Vaughn family, we send our condolences, our prayers to y'all family.
Yes, condolences.
We can,
yes.
Poe, you got the picture? But
you only sent me
the one I just texted you about 30 minutes ago.
Oh no, let me follow up. Man, I was talking to Miss Matthews. She had my full attention. We producing this show on.
But Quinn, yeah.
I'll get it up.
So Quinn, what's your thoughts on? We can talk on your activists and all of that. What's your overall thoughts on everything?
Well, I feel the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he gets old, he or she won't depart from it. What we're missing is mentors and people standing in the gap and being a light and being a positive influence to the children. Because if you don't, the three fathers is going to raise them, either the rappers, the dope boys, or the gangsters, and they have heavy heavy influences. You know, especially in the black community, those three things is what influences the youth, and they want to go that way. They want to be dope boys, either want to be gangsters, or they want to be, or they listening to these rappers and dumb reality shows, and it leading them down the wrong, in the wrong direction. It leading them to two places, like you say, either the grave or incarceration. And mass incarceration is the new slavery. So we have to put mentors and you know, people that's have a passion and a heart for the youth, and be lights, and lead them in the right direction, and get them at an early age, before the streets, before the dope boys and the gangsters and the rappers heavy influence them. You feel me? And
Right.
and we need people out there. We need people in the community like that, that's going to teach them the right way. You know, we need programs, you know, where they can go to and talk to men of integrity, and that'll lead them and tell them the truth. You know, because I've had dope boy friends in Atlanta. They got murdered. 3 of my friends that got murdered. I know the rap game. All it is a program, and it's entertainment, but it's teaching them how to get guns and act a fool, and when they get to prison, they throw it away. So we need programs to intercede and be in place that will lead them in the right direction. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Man,
Hmm.
it's
So
and I always, when I think about it, Quinn, you know, I think you graduated with my brother B, right?
yeah, that's my boy, and your older brother,
Right. Oh, see,
and Vince. Yeah, both of them.
right. See, I know me and Poe, we didn't discuss this, and you know, I was so crazy back then. For when I was like 13, there was what we was 13 and 90, what, Poe, what, 93? 93, somewhere like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I used to peep on the hill, down on Henderson
Mm.
Hill. I used to peep
Ah.
down there. Then
Yeah.
there was some that was, you know how that devil get you, you know, gone down there, boy. Gone down there. And even during that time when I actually I went on, jumped off that cliff and went down there and indulged in that life,
Hmm.
it was a different code back then. It was a different respect back then. It
Right.
was a whole different vibe. Then now,
Ex-
when I look at it now, these kids have access to mileage and different pills with different. They got amphetamine in it. They got, you know,
Mhm.
sprinkled with a little heroin or this and
Mm.
that. And your mind can't come. Then you smoking bud with it, and you
Oh.
drinking. Boy.
Especially, you know, it's across the board type thing, but especially in Mississippi, where we're in the poorest state, you know, these kids, you know, don't have, you know, things to do, don't have positive things to get into. And, you know, it's like they done throw them away. So, you know, and then the drugs on top of that, they mind be gone. And then they go out here and do something foolish. And they out here, you know, I call it the Willie Lynch syndrome. You know, the Willie Lynch syndrome is Willie Lynch taught the slaves back in the day how, taught the slave masters how to control their slaves. You turn them against each other. You turn the light-skinned slave against the dark-skinned slave, the old slave against the young slave. You know, and that's what's going on today. We don't have knowledge of self. We hate each other, you know, and you know, a lot of people, they hate each other, so they're gonna project that hate on somebody else. We don't love each other as brothers, you know. We wanna fight each other. We want to kill each other, you know, over materialistic stuff that really don't mean nothing at the end of the day, you know. But that's what media and that's what the music portray and make us think, you know, we got to have the newest things. We got to have the flyest whip. So we'll do anything by any means necessary to get that, even kill or turn on our brother or whatever. And all that leads us to death or the penitentiary. And that's where we're going. And mass incarceration, like I said, is the new slave plantation, and it's the new slavery. So we got to change that mindset. And like I said, get mentors out there and lead them in the right direction, Bert, you know?
Poe, you got it, or you?
I'm having to change the format, man. You know, we organic TV. We have to
Oh.
produce as we go. I'm having to change the format. So, come on, hey, you freestyling, man. But look, I was, you know, I was listening as I was clicking, And Quinn, man, you're absolutely right though, bro. As far as
Mhm.
it's the conversation, man. It's the
Yes.
conversation with our kids that
Hmm.
that exposure to quote unquote the game, and
Hmm.
it's glorified, man. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. Let's talk. Let's.
glorified. The
Yes.
game is glorified, and I was
Yeah.
having this conversation with my son the other day, and we've always heard it, but at his young age, he probably never heard this. There is no retirement for the game.
Say that again.
There, there's an end point,
Yes.
but there's no retirement. There's no 401k,
Mm-mm.
403b, 501. You're not a 501c. None of that.
Exactly.
None of that. But it's glorified from our music. It's
Exactly.
glorified from. I mean, it's all over the place.
It's the
So
truth.
what is the what do we do? How do oh here's a question. Watch this. How does the mechanical engineer compete with the dope boy?
And that's the thing. When you're growing up, and I know me when I was younger, the allure of the dope boy and the gangster and all of that thing is more powerful than the lure of the mechanical engineer or the doctor. It's more tangible and more reachable to be the dope boy because when I walk outside, who do I see first, or who do I see
Exactly.
driving down the car with the shiny rims? And nowadays we live in a society we want instant gratification. We
Right
want
now.
instant this right now. I don't want to go through 4 years or 8 years of college to be a mechanical engineer. And
Mm-mm.
one thing about black boys and about us as men, we want to do what the girls gonna think is cool. The dope boys is cool and sexy. The dope boys and gangsters is cool. But I don't want to be no mechanical engineer. The girls think that's lame. But in real life, that's the real thing. That's what you should be striving for, being a doctor and that because it's an end game, like you were saying. You
Yeah.
know,
Wait
the
till you
allure.
after 30, she gonna look for you. After 30, she
Exactly.
she gonna, man, I sure wish I would have hung out with that engineer.
I
No,
know it.
hey,
It's too.
lights out.
Yeah, because the dope boys and the gangsters done did her wrong. Now she want that stability, that mechanical engineer, that doctor. But
Boy,
like
you
I was
sound like
saying,
Kevin Samuel now. Hold on.
oh, I watch him every day too. So,
For
but
sure.
the allure, it's the allure, and you see the dope boys and the gangsters before you see a black doctor or mechanical engineer in the hood or in our community. You know, so I agree with you, hundred
Yeah, and
percent.
it's just so hard to compete, because like you say, it's the right now.
Exactly.
Um, it's the right now. And Bert, I think I got our slide ready. Let me check one more thing. See, man, hey Quinn, this is how we produce on the air, baby.
I love it. I love y'all.
Hey,
I
Right,
love y'all platform, man. Bert,
man.
hey,
bro, I love
Appreciate
y'all
it,
platform, man.
all
man.
right, yeah.
We just every week, man. We just try to bring good content. Try to bring. Then and what I enjoyed so much about Poe, we have some same thoughts, but we have different thoughts on a lot of different subjects. But we are here to have good dialogue amongst each other. It's respectful, and you know what I'm saying. And it's just,
Exactly.
hey, is what it's about. And then he a advocate reader, and and I break it down different. He gonna have more of a boom, and I'm coming with man. I don't.
It's the
But check
balance.
this out.
It's
Yeah,
the
check this
balance.
out, Quinn. Quinn, I'm gonna
Hmm.
put this picture up, and I want you to tell me what comes to your mind.
Okay. Oh man, I saw that picture. Ah,
Yeah, when
it,
I first saw it, that's all I could say too. I literally went from corner to corner on that picture and was like, that's life.
powerful. And these like what we were just talking about earlier. A young black boy. These are the different allures and that he is faced with every day. The what's the word? Temptation, the
Hmm.
allures. the peer pressure that he goes through, the liquor, the gangsters, the guns, even police. We already fighting each other now, and police brutality and all these things, prison and all these things that every day he walks out his door, in the community or in the hood that he's faced with. So this is a powerful, powerful picture.
It sure is.
Right. So you got the basketball, you got your diploma. I'm going clockwise. You got your Hennessy. You
Yes.
got your bud. You got your Bible, the money, the brains, the Crips, the blood. What that
Heart surgery.
is? A kidney.
That's a heart surgery.
Oh yeah,
heart surgery.
The gun.
Wow.
The
Wow.
police killing us.
Wow.
Knowledge. Then the ladies.
That last one, boy. Ooh.
The fake jewelry.
Oh.
He iced out, man.
I said that man iced it, man.
He iced out.
So Quinn, with all these different elements, like you say, all these different things coming to 14, 15, 16, even 21, 20 something mind. How does he supposed to separate what's real? How he's supposed to adjust? How he's supposed to adapt? How he's supposed to see what is what?
And my thing is, and I think it goes back to, we need like positive role models like yourself and like Poe and like Antoine Edwards, people like me that was in the rap game and out of the game, people coming out of prison that have done years and can tell them like, nah, little bro, that ain't the way you go. Do something positive with your life. We got to get them at an early age, but we need, like you were saying, we need men, we all need to come together. We need to spark the conversation. I don't care if we start with meetings and, or doing calls like this and come up with some ideas to bring these type of programs to Starkville and to these different places so we can save our young black youth and our young black boys and young black girls. When they're presented with this, we can give them other angles and other inspirations. Like Twan, he could say, I played football. I did this, something positive with my life. You guys, you could turn Bert, you turned your life around. You're doing this, Poe, you could tell them another side. Me, I could tell them the music side. We all come together, same body, but different members, but we come together like Transformers. You got the different arms, different cars, but when they come together, they one big transformer, and that's one force that we can be.
Poe?
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here. I keep looking. I'm still looking at the picture, and it is. And when you break down each and every one of those, man, how many times in our life were we one step away, one decision away from all of them? Every good, bad, and indifferent, and that is what scares me about life, because all it takes is one decision, one, and it can all be gone. So and for me, that's a sense of humbleness. Regardless to where I am today, I know tomorrow is not promised to me, nor is the situation that I'm in. Now, that can be good, that can be bad. When Breonna Taylor went to bed that night, it was taken from her. You know what I'm saying? Of no fault of her own.
Yep.
My man, I can never say his name correctly. Marbury, who was running.
Ahmad, yep.
Ahmad, yeah. My man was trying to beat off the diabetes, the high blood pressure, working out, all the stigmas of the black community that we face with our health. My man doing the right things. So one decision, intentional, unintentional, and all of these things play, man. And it's just, having a 13-year-old And I see his face every time I look at this picture.
Mm.
And I just say, God, which way is he going to go? Because no matter as a parent, as one parent to one kid or whatever, we always want the best for our kids.
Yep.
And we try to give them the everything that we have and just pray they take it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when it all boils down, they have to make decisions.
That's true.
And we have to trust them to make decisions. And all we can do is pray that they make the right decision.
That's true. Good.
And so many times, I always tell my son this: being right ain't always comfortable.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to be. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable.
Say that.
Oh, come
Say
on,
that.
man. I don't preach, but I swear I feel a
You
hoop
preaching
coming.
now. You preaching now, boy. Let the chat say amen.
But that it is just so true.
Wow.
It is just so because I'm sure we all three of us can think back over a time in our life when we made some bad decisions. We made some good decisions. But think about that one time, when you said, you know what, man, I just ain't gonna be able to do that. That's just gonna be, that you knew. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And then you look back on it now, you be like, man, that would have been to my detriment.
Wow.
And so all it takes is just that one decision, man.
Decision.
But the thing is, what I always try to tell the young men of Kappa League and all that stuff that we mentor, you just have to be comfortable enough to be uncomfortable sometimes.
That's so true.
Man, I can't take up the offering. I gotta go. No, I'm just playing.
No, I wanna say something piggybacking off of that. You're right. We need more leaders. Teach them to be more leaders than followers at that age. Which is hard. It'll be uncomfortable, like you say, to do the right thing. That if you do get in that car and y'all go rob somebody, where that's gonna lead. But you gotta have that in your mind. Like, no, this
man,
is
I'm
too
gonna
much.
walk. No,
I'm
what
gonna
we
walk.
doing? Oh no.
Oh no.
Let me out right here. I got a cell phone. Daddy, I'm over
Exactly.
here. I'm sitting on the bridge. I need you to come get me.
Exactly.
And
What's
and
your boy name was what's his name was in Boys in the Hood?
I was just thinking about that. Trey said, let me out. Trey said, let me out.
Hey, Doughboy, let him out.
We need a lot of let me outs right now.
We need some trays. We do.
We need some trays.
Yeah, we do.
And another thing, Poe and Quinn, what we need to stop doing, man. We need to stop waiting until something like yesterday happened. Then everybody wants to talk about the community need to change, the community need to do this, we need to do blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And you just being fake. You just being phony. You don't care about the community changing because you've been seeing it, since I was out there.
And ain't nobody stepping up. And that's why I was saying it's time that we come together. At least I'm glad me and you and Poe, we having this conversation. This conversation need to be brought up. We need to address the pink elephant in the room. And then next we need action. We need change. We need to start. If it don't start somewhere. We rent out a building where and say the kids can come and we can just talk to them from different angles. Just a beginning somewhere, because you're right. It's got to start somewhere.
And people in Starkville, stop getting upset when people are from Starkville that moved away and still commenting about what's going on. It's still our community.
Exactly.
I just couldn't live in Starkville no more. I terrorized Starkville for 2-3 years. And I just couldn't.
I did it for almost 15 years.
It doesn't change my love, my care, my passion, my everything about Starkville. I don't care if I'm in Texas, I'm in Charlotte, I'm in St. Louis, Louisiana, I done lived in Auburn, Alabama. My heart is still anything at first I do is always go be with the intention and the mindset how I'm helping Starkville.
Me too.
I don't,
It's
I got love for them other places, but it can't
mm-hmm.
touch the Ville.
Bro,
Nothing gonna touch
I
the
didn't
video.
carry
The Ville is
Starkville
Ville.
all the way overseas a couple times. You know, ain't never ever when somebody man, I'm from the SIP,
Right,
Starkville. That's where
Me
I'm
too.
from.
Me too.
Man,
right.
I've been all over the world, and you
Me.
know that's just what it
Yep.
is, and it ain't
Yes.
got nothing to do with Mississippi State. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's
Right.
about Starkville. Hey, it cuts off right there. It's Chick-fil-A now. You know that gives you we ain't have. It cuts off at the Burger King. It
Right.
cut
Oh
off
yeah.
at
Oh,
Burger
you bringing old?
King.
That's old Star with that
Yeah,
boy.
that's the old
Yeah,
bank. That's the old bank.
yeah.
That's the
It
old
was a
bank.
bank before it was Burger King, but yeah.
And,
Hey, you know, what was that? University Motel.
oh man,
Come on.
and the movie theater was over there where they got the past
It sure was the movie theater
yeah
because it was
yeah
Pizza Hut on the backhand
Pizza Hut
side.
on the back end, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's but you know, but that's the
Stop that
thing.
hating, man.
But you know,
Stop that
man,
hating.
I'm gonna tell you, you know, people gonna do and say what they want to say. You know, I'm over it at this point. But and I still carry a lot of Starkville now. You know, there was a time in 2010, 2011. Um, I had considered coming back. I did. You know,
Hmm.
if the job would have been right, if the
Right.
job would have been right, I would have came. No question asked. But you know,
Hmm.
it wasn't. So hey, you know, it is what it
Hmm.
is.
Right.
But that's the thing, though, man. You know, the same way we was talking about Aberdeen. You know, creating the opportunities that make people not want to run to Atlanta, not want to run to
Exactly.
Nashville. You know, and the thing
Exactly.
is, I believe Starkville can do it, but
Hmm.
the people and not necessarily I'm not talking about necessarily the constituents, but the people in the leadership positions have
Hmm.
to be open to getting away from some of that old money.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I
Man,
mean,
these people need to stop running around, getting elected, and acting like they don't know them folks. They don't grew up with. Their parents knew. They knew
I
all their
know.
life. And
I
once
know.
they get in that seat, they done got comfortable and they forgetting that
I see you in 4 years.
82 shouldn't be looking like 82, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
That should be vibrant. That should be that
I
you
I know.
you you gonna do this for us right here now. 80,
yeah.
the West Side Park to use those
Oh,
facilities. What you mean you gonna charge us?
I know. Come on now.
Hell, we ain't making but $10 an hour.
I know it. I
And you
know it.
you talking about you want $300?
Wow.
It's the mindset, like Poe and like Bert, what you're saying. It's that mindset needs to change. That's why
Right,
a lot of people move out of Starville. Me, I moved, to Atlanta and everything. We move away, because of the mindset. It's
right.
that same start. That mindset needs to change too. We have to change those old ways also. And that's what
Right,
revolution means. Change. We have to
Yeah,
right,
revolutionize that. We got to change it. It has to.
right.
it's
Now,
tough, man.
Quinn,
I
that
mean,
was my thing. I couldn't even when I come back, man. It's like, hey, I got just say example. If I'm going to Quinn house, man, if somebody don't live in walking distance from Quinn,
man, might
man,
not
I
see him.
see you. I catch you next time around. I probably won't
Exactly.
stay closer,
I
man. I just, man, it's
I know.
the roadblocks and the
Oh,
stuff. I just
that's
wanna,
a
man, I just wanna go across town.
that's a whole nother subject. The
I done
roadblock.
had 3 bills. I done had
The,
3 bills.
the roadblocks in the black community.
Man, they had one last week
what?
in Rock Hill at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh man. Go
Huh?
on
For what?
somewhere.
I mean, wait.
What?
Huh?
Whoa.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Well, just
shit. I mean, excuse me.
Wow. 1 o'clock.
Poe, that's why they do it on 16 Section. They do it different.
Sunset now. All of them.
They do it from where our people is. But what I don't get from our people is, why are you on Facebook complaining? Besides going up there to them alderman meetings and letting these folks know, these board meetings, man, come on now, we ain't going for that.
Exactly.
Nah,
so they've been doing it.
So they ain't had one down South Montgomery.
Nah,
they ain't had one down South Montgomery.
Nah, they probably go close. Nah. If they had one on South Montgomery, they trying to catch everybody coming from Poe House Road.
Right.
It's gonna be on that end. Way
down. That end of South Montgomery. Yeah.
Where it run out and you got to move left or right.
Zion. Yeah, down in Zion, down that way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but like I say, if the people don't do that, but talk about what Poe and Quinn and Bert talking about, they stay out of town and getting on Facebook, it's never going to change, man.
I know.
We should be able to, at this point in time, man, we should be able to police our own community.
That's true.
That's true. Back in the day, Quinn couldn't do nothing if the neighbor Miss Mary didn't get on them and Auntie didn't bust them up.
I know.
Then when you got home, you got to holler at mama or pops, or it wasn't.
A village raised the kids. Now somebody say something to these kids, the mama ready to fight, and even though she know the child is in the wrong, you can't even look at these kids sideways nowadays. They be ready to shoot you and kill you. It's the mindset of the social media, the way they so quick to snap off and pop off nowadays.
Now I haven't seen a roadblock. And God,
yeah, you must don't never go home.
I go home, but I go to destination A to B.
See, I was just saying,
may swing by C and back to A.
But you taught that when you come back home. First thing my mama gonna say, now they got them roadblocks. You be careful and try to be in at a certain time. Or if you're going somewhere, you might just spend the night over there because you coming back. Especially during the holidays, only when we come home. Now, if I'm in another city, I've traveled a lot of places, Dallas, or if I'm in Houston, Atlanta, I used to stay in Washington, D.C. I tell them about what's going on in Starve. I say it's roadblocks. They say, what?
Right.
They say, you got to be kidding me. They say, you got to be kidding me.
I haven't seen a roadblock in, oh my goodness, for real.
Man, I'll tell you. Poe, I was in Dallas sometime. My car drive itself home. and I'm 30, 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
I got there. And then drove itself home. But I walked out. So, but try that in Star Wars.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Man, you gonna be scarred up.
Up.
Or calling somebody, can you? I mean, it's just. But like I say, man, it gets back to last night. I thought about it all last night, Quinn and Poe, that man, those families know each other.
Oh.
Those families, man, hung out together for years.
Wow.
And the rift that it can bring to a family if we as the community don't bring it together and let the parents and the people have dialogue. One thing that's so bad about it, you can't get the truth because they gone.
Oh, yeah.
So now it can be a years of rift between families that, man, I done seen the two families at barbecues together, hung out together, kick it together. I done been with both of the families was together, and if the community don't come together some type of way at some point in time and bring it back together, man, that can be 20, 40, 50 people that don't like each other anymore. This incident.
That's true. That's true.
And can spark more problems.
That's true.
and
Truly.
spark more problems besides
That's true.
somebody got to get the people in the room and talk
And
and
yes,
still and hug each other and love on each other.
yes.
And I don't know,
That
man.
should be the catalyst for everything. Love. If love ain't the foundation, it's it's just noise, like the Bible say. If what you do doesn't have love as the motor and the driving force, you sound like a bunch of noise. So you're right. It needs to be, dialogue, and so it won't be a war that keeps going on, that carry on from generation to generation.
Right.
Yeah.
From
Hmm.
generation to generation to generation. And
And
I'm
I've
gonna
seen that.
say,
I've seen that. I've seen that happen. This person's grandmother was mad at that person's grandmother, and it done trickled down to the grandkids. I done seen it. I was like, it sounds crazy, but it does happen.
Well, Bert,
and
I told you about my situation
I
last
just
week.
finna I just finna say that Poe was speaking on the last week that he just
Hmm.
found out that somebody was mad with something from 20, 30 years ago. Don't even what the hell?
It
Exactly.
had nothing to do with me. And
Hmm.
I look, I'm fighting in school over it. I don't even know what I'm
See?
fighting for. I just know I gotta fight, bro.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
That's real. That's real. That's real to
Especially
me.
especially in Starville, because in the big cities you may see one person one time, you never see them again. In Starville,
Right.
your families and grandparents done grew up together. They know they got beefs that been handed, generational beefs that been handed down. So Poe is right. Poe, you right, man.
Yep.
I hated to be right on that one, but I
I
sure.
know, but
Oh my goodness. Oh
But
my
like I
goodness.
say, Quinn and Poe, man, it's all about, man, just having a conversation. We
dialogue, yes.
we just having a good dialogue. Now keep the ignorant people. Just y'all just wait out here at the gate. I'm gonna come and tell you what we came to discuss. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm
Don't bring them in there.
right. Don't But the people that needs to come to the forefront, the parents and the brothers and the sisters that's involved in this situation, man, and
Hmm.
sit down and have a conversation. And those youngsters, y'all need. Please don't spark this into something else.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, I pray.
Please don't.
Please don't. Please
A
don't.
lot of capping. Get. I'm
It'll
trying to
stir
think
other
of
things up.
what's
I
right.
know what you're saying.
Right. Stop all that capping out there and this and that and that and this, man. It's just an unfortunate situation that
Exactly.
that should I seen a cat put it on Facebook. I think his name was Lavelle Levon Williams.
Hmm.
Um, how do you even let it escalate to that?
Mm.
Now I know hanging around people, and I know from me and Poe been doing this. I know if me and Poe out, it's something about Poe that I should be able to identify. This nigga finna snap off.
Right. Exactly. Because you
So,
better. Yeah. Exactly.
so it's my job, it's my duty at that point in time that Poe, let's go, man.
Good
Or
point.
the other
Yeah.
cat, hey man, let's blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Something.
Exactly. You made a good
But I
point right
know
there.
man, when you in certain situations, man, you know everybody got a pistol.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or two or three.
Right, or five if you rolling with Poe.
Hey.
And and then you can't let one moment of anger ruin the rest of your life. One
Yep.
moment. There's a lot of people in prison, a lot of people in the grave. If they can have that one moment back, you know,
Right.
it changed the whole trajectory of the rest of their life. That
That
one
one
moment,
one decision. That's what
that
that's what I
one
was saying
decision.
earlier. Yep.
Poe, you're right,
That's it.
and Bert, you're
That's it.
right. That one decision.
Then we got too many. We got too many ignorant people hanging around each other. Ignorant and
Yeah.
ignorant is just match.
It
I mean, just for real. Now I'm just Quinn,
I
man.
love it.
I'm just so I'm really hurt and torn by this because I knew B. I knew Andrew brother. I know him. I done ate in that man mama house.
Wow.
I done ate in EJ mama house.
Wow.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? And it's man, them, dog, it's something that's never should go on in Starkville, man.
I know it,
Not
man.
between people that's from Starkville.
I know. That's
That's
just
my thing, man. Somebody
it's
got to
senseless.
step up and you know. I don't see how these
So
cats hang around each other, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so my question to Bert and Poe, yeah, you two guys, what is the what is the solution? What you think? What is the solution? What needs to be done? Done in Starkville. I'm just saying it. In Starkville, just the beginning.
I mean, for me, I don't even I'm finna pull some up. I'm gonna read it to y'all, and
Okay.
I know, to me, I know what it needs to be done of the leadership and the togetherness that we have to do. We have to start caring. I gotta care about Quinn people. I gotta care about Poe people. I gotta care about the next man, regardless. You know what? To me, what love and care and respect and dignity and all that stuff is about, man. If I can show care and love to you without looking for anything in return, man,
Exactly.
it's nothing
That's
more that you can get out in life.
agape, boy. Agape.
Man, on Monday, I sent out the message to some guys, man. This is on Monday now. I was like, for several months I've been thinking that, what I'm saying, we got to start some type of movement in our town, a group of men of change. I said I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I said I feel all of us have countless of life situations that could help many people. We have been blessed to overcome different obstacles in our personal lives that will impact them. Our resilience is something that the world needs to know about. Plus, we motivate them.
Yes.
I sent that Monday, and I'll be done Tuesday, 4:00.
Wow.
It's warfare on the hill. So that's all I say. We got to, there you go, Poe. You can answer the question, man.
So, all right. My response is gonna be a little different. Man,
Yeah.
I think we selfish. This is why. Everybody too busy worried about who gonna get the credit. When we stop caring about who's gonna get the credit for it, now we can go somewhere.
Wow.
See,
Wow.
I'm gonna give you a real life example. Man, this Burt show.
No, it ain't.
Yes, see it is. This Burt show. I'm a guest. I just frequent here. I ain't worried about
saw what you
who
did.
Yeah,
I just saw what you did. I just caught. Well, you got chills on me. That's dope. I like the way you did that.
I ain't worried about who gonna get the credit for the
Exactly.
conversation that we have.
I like that.
But see, that's the problem. Who gonna headline? Who gonna headline? Who gonna headline the event?
Boy, that's so good. Wow.
How much they getting out of this?
Wow.
when those are the first questions,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna turn off, man. It's gonna be hard for me to come back. It just is because another thing.
Wow.
Watch this now.
Wow.
Watch this now. If I donate,
What you had?
if I help somebody on the street, I see somebody and I slip them a 20. They asked if I had any change, and I slip them a 20. I ain't gotta come tell you about that.
Right. You don't blow the trumpet.
I ain't got to go tell 20, 30 people. I helped 10 people on the street today.
That's biblical. That's biblical.
Why do I have to go expect some some praise or something from somebody else if I was doing something out the goodness of my heart.
Yep.
I ain't gotta
Love
go
has
tell nobody.
it has to be the catalyst and the motor. Love. You broke that down. That's
Bruh,
it.
there are people, and I'm not speaking from saying, Poe got it all together, because I don't. I'm a work in
Yeah, none of us
progress,
do.
bro.
Right. We
But there
all
are
are.
people that have called me and said, I need X.
Hmm.
I got you back. Okay, fine. Send it. I ain't heard from him since. If I see him, I ain't mad.
Right. Right.
It's all good. I
Hmm.
hope that helped at that time.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna go tell your folks, my brothers, your
Hmm.
cousins that I did X, Y, and Z for John over there. He ain't even say nothing.
Right. Right.
That's the problem. We too busy
That's
worried
it.
about who gonna get the credit.
Who
Who
gonna get
gonna
the credit?
headline? Who
Who gonna
headlining?
get right?
Who name gonna be first? Oh, man, if you don't get up out of here with that. And, 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 and,
It's
and,
gonna be
and- and-
that we're gonna help the kids. Who name? Because right. I get it.
yeah, that's
Wow.
it. That's it, man. And so until we get past that, you know, until we get past that, it's gonna be tough to have any progress because we in our own way. We blocking the door. I'm going in first. No, you going in first. That's what it is. But see, like I said, man, I tell Bert this
That's
every
it.
week, man.
That's
I
it.
appreciate you having me on.
Wow.
This your show. I ain't worried about getting no credit for it. Man, we having conversation about real life stuff that's going on
Hmm.
that, basically barbershop talk
It is
that
beautiful
that for
dialogue,
for for, for an extended period, and we just having a conversation.
and it's flowing. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I
That's
like
it,
that.
man. So that's what I see. That's what I
Okay.
see.
Perfect. Beautiful answers, man. You guys, man. I mean, that's it. We gotta come up with some solutions. We gotta put something together. And like you said, no one should take the credit. We just need to get it done. Just get it done. It just
Let,
needs to be done.
let's
That's the
call it
bottom line.
let's call it Kids Day. We ain't
Exactly.
putting. We're doing it for the kids, right? It's
Yep.
Kids Day.
Kids Day.
And then from there, when and who show up. Man, I can't believe I saw so and so there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should be surprised.
I
Because
like that.
if it's organic and you coming for the kids,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's what we're talking about, right?
That's all that matters.
You should be surprised when you get there who you see.
Who you
I
see.
can't
That's true.
believe so and so showed up, man. I ain't seen them
Yeah.
in 30
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Right.
Why
I
they
li-
ain't why they ain't put his name on there to say that it was gonna be, man, more folks would have came. We ain't want them.
we ain't want that. It was about the kids.
It was Kids Day.
It was kids. I like that.
Boy, don't get me started. Don't
Oh, I
get me
like that.
started.
Bert,
Don't get me
y'all
started.
boys, y'all breaking it down, man. I love it.
Man,
So
I hope they understand that everything that we say and do, man, is
And it's
about
out of love. Hmm.
right. It's out of
that's it.
love and it's man. I know Poe have a million things to do, man, and he was able to bless me just with a different side of see. Like I said earlier, Poe he go read up on stuff and he go break it down and I know he the analyst.
And you need that. That's the balance. That's the
Right,
balance. You gotta have that
right,
balance.
right. And I'm just coming off life experiences straight from the dome.
And it mix.
Right.
But you know
Freestyle.
what? But you
And
gotta have that, man.
hope I don't cuss and all this and that. And I'm trying to change all that and try to keep, I got so many stories and situations that I done came up out of and done been
Hmm.
seeing people and then,
Right.
done wit and this and that and you can't even get the message what I'm talking about because you talking about what the hell I did in 94 and 95.
See, but that goes back to the Bible. When Jesus he couldn't perform many miracles in his own hometown because they was too familiar with him.
Mm,
You feel me? Oh, that's
mm.
Jesus. Ain't that Mary Joseph's son? How he get all that wisdom? Oh, that's Bert. Then Bert, remember me and Bert used to do this. Oh, that's Poe. Now what he trying to sound like a philosopher for? Man, that can't be Quinn. That's Quinn from Sunset. Man, me and Quinn used to do. Now he on here on some podcast talking about change, and he was the main one out here doing it. That's what we got going on.
It is
Boy,
Yeah, but we
out.
can't see the forest for the trees. Ain't that something?
right.
It is
And that's the
it is
mentality
always.
in Starkville too.
Uh,
And we're
That's
not
a, that's
bad.
a
And it's not. And we're not bashing Starkville
no
because
no no
that's
no. We
real.
love Starkville. We
We
love
love it.
Starkville.
But
I love Starkville.
man, we could just be so much further.
I know.
And I just feel like we have the resources
Hmm.
to do it. Man, when they opened up, I'm gonna tell you something. It's always been in my mind. When they opened up 182, the loop
Oh yes.
around Starkville, I said,
Hmm.
man, this thing finna pop off.
I do then.
This thing finna pop off because anytime that you have the ability for a super highway,
Hmm.
that's supposed to bring industrial because now you can move
Exactly.
anything. You
Hmm.
can
man,
get it
Star
from
got
A
two
to B.
Walmarts, man.
Yeah, yeah.
A little city. I know it. A little city. I know. Two Walmarts.
On opposite
And we over
ends.
here, tripping on nothing.
But
Nothing.
notice this, man. Notice this. Everything is on outskirts of the city.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
The area in the middle, you got 12. You know, everything will
Hmm.
always be on
Hmm.
12. When
Hmm.
you jump off of either side of 12,
Mm.
what you got?
Hey, hey, I'll tell you our conversation I was having Monday night, Tuesday. Yeah, Monday night. No, last night. I said, man, check this out. One thing we should never be beefing about no woman.
Oh yes. That's a whole.
No,
That's a whole nother podcast.
This is no disrespect. This
Hmm.
is no. It's just being real.
Right.
Let me see how I'm gonna put this. I don't want Pope. I don't want to get in trouble with Pope. Let's see how I put this right now, Queen. The reason I said nobody in Starfield, we should not definitely be beefing about no woman. It's especially with our age and older, so we can show the kids different. One thing about
Hmm.
if you got a woman from Starkville and you didn't get her in at a young age
Hmm.
and stay with her, you know, like in post situation, you got 20 some years in this and that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, everybody hit everybody.
Preach.
So we don't need to be. We shouldn't be beefing about no man and no woman to come
That's for the
together to
streets.
bring a different thing. Now,
Exactly.
you see, Poe. I know Poe. I had to go there now because we got to go and get. We got to go and get to the brunt of the issue that a
It's
lot of
true.
stuff that happens that's going on
Hmm.
while people haven't fully united.
I know. That's true.
Cause check this out, Poe. It can't be the money because everybody ain't dealing with the same money.
It's true.
True.
It
That's
ain't
true.
nobody letting nobody borrow no money. So it
That's
ain't about
true.
the money.
That's true.
You can't be talking about no block because you don't own damn block.
Oh
That's
boy,
super.
can you put that on loop and say that one more time just for the
It's there.
record?
It can't be about
Yes.
the block because you don't own the block now. You don't
You
own the
can't
street.
Exactly.
you can't beef about the block and you borrowing it from somebody else. That's
You
what you
can't be
Exactly.
right, and
okay.
you can't be by no money.
Okay.
Right.
So why is it that the men and the women of our community not liking each other, and you already know he or she? I don't eat some of my sausage, man. Man, you know,
Hey, Quinn, I'm gonna have to borrow you. I'm gonna have to borrow this from what I said about you earlier. Bars. He's dropping bars over
He
there.
dropping bars. I'm talking about
But
more, more.
what we reading
He
about?
drop he dropping more bars than a prison cell, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You dropping bars over there, man.
What we
Hey,
Straight
you
up.
reading
dropping.
about?
That's true.
Yeah.
So check this out, man. I'm gonna give you something. You know, my mind, I be deep in thought. I be real deep in thought sometimes.
Right.
And I thought about this. So what's the easiest way to begin to earn generational wealth? What y'all think?
Go ahead, Quinn.
The easiest. Okay, to begin.
To begin, so you can come from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing that you got to do, or you know, that you would do to begin to build generational wealth. What do you think it is?
Well, I think you gotta. We have to change our mindset. You know how we view money and stop spending money on things that depreciate and
Come
put it
on, come on. You head
things
in the
that
right
things
direction.
things that appreciate.
What's
You
the
know.
biggest thing that you can buy that 9 times out of 10 is going to appreciate versus depreciate?
Land.
Boy, you said there it is. There it
Hmm.
is. You
Yep.
can't. Let me tell you something. Think about how hard it
Yep.
is to go make the amount of money that you can earn off of owning some real estate.
I know it. Woo!
Because you can think about this. You buy, let's just say you buy 20 acres and it
Hmm.
costs you $10,000.
Not
Right.
in Star Hill.
I'm just saying this. We use round
Quinn,
now.
they
Okay,
so crazy around that Quinn. They want 50 G's. They want 50 stacks for an acre.
for
Boy,
an acre.
God,
they
dog.
done turned
And,
Star
and,
into ATL.
and I got 3 acres in Starville. I need to start selling it. Then.
Hey,
But
I'm
he's
telling.
right. Yeah, I
But
own
that's the
three
thing.
acres.
If you start looking at what you buy that for, and you know,
Hmm.
and it's gonna appreciate over time,
Exactly. Poe, you broke something down, boy. You saying
bruh.
you preaching now, boy.
That's the thing. But here's the question. Here is the
Okay.
$1 million question.
Hmm.
How many of us own even a quarter acre?
Wow. Not many at all.
And
Man, how,
that's a standard house.
I know.
A
A standard
quarter
house. Right.
quarter acre standard house.
Standard. Right.
How many of us own that?
Wow.
how
So,
many?
Mm.
Let me ask you this then. How
mhm,
many?
Wow.
How many households are
mm-mm.
even teaching anything about generational wealth?
Mm. Lord
Bro,
have mercy.
I'm trying to get to my next
Hey,
pay period, and
I
you
know it.
know, I ain't worried about my ends meeting as long as they wait.
First of all, Poe, people need to have a clear understanding, and you and Quinn, y'all can break this down. People need to
Hmm.
understand the difference between talking about I'm rich and I'm wealthy.
Oh yeah,
That's a
that's.
difference.
Would you like for
That's
me to get
that's.
my 13-year-old to come to explain that?
A,
Honest to God, I ain't lying. Would you like me to get my 13-year-old to come explain that?
Hey man, this your
You
show,
think I'm
dog.
playing?
I'm no, no.
Bruh, we have this we literally have this conversation at least probably about once a quarter,
and that's what's needed.
talking
Bro,
about the different. Yeah,
that
bruh.
that's what's needed. We not only do we mentor the kids, we should bring that in too and tell them
Yeah,
what appreciates and what depreciates. What is really wealth, like land, and don't focus on buying Jordans and cars and stuff. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. You know what I'm saying? That's what needed to be spoke about.
yeah, man. This dude, man. So let me tell you, I'm gonna brag just a minute here. He wants to be a either a sports agent
Hmm.
or a sports lawyer,
I
lawyer's
like that.
agent stuff. That's
I
that's what he
like that.
wants to do.
I like that.
He's figured out in his head. So yeah, if I could try to make it big and make a lot of money, that'd be cool. But I could
Mhm.
also let 10 other people make it big and get some of their money. Now my
Smart.
money keep coming in. Even when I'm
Coming
not playing,
smart, bro.
when I'm not
Exactly.
playing no more, my checks keep doing this.
Keep going.
You can be rich and playing, and when it's over, it's
You
gone.
broke as hell.
We see that story a lot. We know that
When
story.
hey,
You
when I
broke
got
as
10 guys I'm managing over here, and I'm gonna keep that clock rolling, my check keep coming.
It
Now I
keeps
got some
coming.
wealth.
Mailbox money, bro.
Boy, boy, mailbox money is something
Mailbox
else.
money. It's something else
Woo!
that keeps coming in. Boy, that mailbox
Mailbox
money.
money change your life.
Hey
See
Change
Quinn.
your
what he?
life.
Yeah.
Quinn, I told my 9-year-old he finna be 10 in 25 days.
Uh
I said, brother, you gotta start going to work.
huh. But
You
at
better
teaching them.
you better get your YouTube channel and get some of these likes up and these share.
You
And
can get some
Yeah.
subscribers.
well, I ain't calling you.
Exactly.
I'm talking about you, not to
You
you.
know, Quinn, he over here talking right now talking about what he having for breakfast. And I'm talking about some money. I'm talking about some paper. He talking about some food.
Y'all got me rolling over here, man. You and Poe. Oh my goodness, my stomach hurt, man. I really enjoyed this tonight, man.
Hey man, I really appreciate your time, brother, man. I know I requested, a few minutes. I know we ran over, but I see you again, Sunday. Hey, Sunday, y'all make sure y'all tune at 5 o'clock. I'm
For
having
sure.
Quinn back on with Sarah. We're gonna talk about this. We still trying to free Sharon Edwards.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
the brother done did his time. I done brought you 22, 20, 23 years to the door. How many more you want from it?
You know,
So we go.
yeah, just to say something quick on it. It's a modern day lynching. Billie Holiday had a song out back in the day called "Strange Fruit." Black Body Swinging. This is another new modern day lynching. When you give, especially down south in Mississippi, you give excessive sentences. For I know murderers that have done lesser time than what my friend Sharon did. So yeah, we're gonna speak on that. Free Sharon Edwards.
Right. You see, they got the officer out of Dallas. They done gave her a appeal post. She coming back up next month for her appeal trial. And she
Wow.
Which
had been
one?
gone 2 years.
The one
Talking
that
about
killed that.
the one
The
that killed it
guy
in
in
the
the living
apartment?
room. Huh?
Wow.
Man.
So
And
this
they
this
got
Wow.
is this
and
the
and
thing. So go ahead.
Wow.
no man, I just hey, hey, we be screaming we want justice, but we want to
Yeah.
don't just be just us that's got
Right.
to be accountable.
Right.
Exactly.
Think about the man. What's his name that just got out? Had him on death row for 20 some years, and they want to compensate the man with 500,000. I
I
didn't
saw
get.
that. I saw that today.
I didn't get. Death
Hey,
row, man. You know what that man done
wait a
been
minute,
through?
hold on. How many years? How many years he did?
What he did, like 23, 24?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking
Okay,
about,
hold
and Poe was innocent. This man went through 8 trials.
on. So you say 23 years times
Poke
365.
poke
All right,
calculating it. That's what
that's
I'm talking about.
I
800.
told that why, hey, that my analyst,
You,
man.
you gotta have it. You gotta have them on there, man. That's that balance.
I just gotta break this down. I gotta break this down. All right, so
I
hold on.
like
Probably
that.
with $2 a day.
No, bro, it's less than that. So you say you did 23 years. Now we're gonna times
Yeah.
that times 365.
Right.
All right, that's 839. No, 8,395 days.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they give him
Mm-hmm.
500.
Okay, hold on. No. I want to know what he make hourly.
Oh, go
Just
ahead.
me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Go
So that's
ahead.
all right. So that's the number of days, and that's got 24 hours in a day. How many times that times 24? All right. So 201,480, and then you gonna offer me 500,000, and I'm gonna divide that by 201,480. Oh, so I'm worth $2.48 an hour.
I just told you $2 a day. Hey, Paul,
Well,
I
you,
just look like this, man. I ain't that crazy.
I know,
Wow.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So that's all I'm worth to you. That's all I'm
Well,
worth to you.
right.
Wow.
That's what they were paying our folks to work for a week. One about way back in the 40s and
Quinn,
50s.
Quinn said it, man. It's modern day slavery.
It's modern day slavery. New plantations, the new plantations. That's what it is. Wow.
Right. Wow.
$2.40 an hour, and I done gave you for
Behind bars.
23 years.
Behind bars.
Mm.
That's
And I'm
8,700
innocent.
days.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
innocent. And I'm innocent.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
innocent.
And
Wow.
then you gotta look at the pain and suffering too, the stress of being on
Yeah.
death row. All that added,
Yeah.
Man,
Mm.
you ever been in a 5x5 room for 23 hours?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Woo. Like
Think
a
about it.
bathroom.
Me too.
Ah,
Me too.
ah, boy. Woo.
Think about it.
I
And you
know.
gotta do that
Mm,
for 20 some years.
Oh,
nah. Nope.
nah.
I give you some fresh air, probably, an hour every other day.
And then you go back in.
Shit. I'm gonna see me, Lord. Boy,
Mm.
500,000. But yeah, Sunday we coming back, people, man.
Yes, sir.
So you
I
got
see
two
you
shows
Sunday.
Sunday.
Huh?
You got two shows Sunday.
Yeah, I got 2 shows, man. I
You're the
got
hardest working man in podcast. Come on.
He the hardest working man in podcasts. I know.
man.
He the like they say down south. He the main. He the main.
I got 3. I got 3 shows now.
So
I
it's a
got
total of
Quinn.
3.
I
Okay.
got Quinn and Miss Sarah, Mr. Quinn, Miss Sarah. I got Quinn. Did you hear about the kid in what is Ebony,
Edmond,
Edmond, Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. Uh-huh.
That the white teacher told him that he was discriminating against white people because he wore a Black King shirt to school.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he'll be on the show. Him and his mom be on the show Sunday at 7.
Really? That's what.
Yeah.
That's
And
what's up.
yeah, then I got my reading night, my weekly Sunday reading night for the kids,
Man, I'm
man.
proud of you. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. I saw where you come from and what you're doing now. That show you the power of God and the power of change. What you can do. And Poe, you too, y'all. I went to school with y'all boys and grew up seeing y'all.
Right,
It's just awesome to see brothers like us coming together like that on positivity. Different views, but we all bring it together and it has that balance, man. I'm proud of you guys, man.
That's it,
Y'all
man.
keep
right,
pushing.
right.
That's it.
Hey, it's one
This,
thing like my brother B told me. You got a business, and you got. He was explaining from the hair industry.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got 3 barbers in this shop. A lot of them don't like me. I'm the
Right.
I'm the I'm the owner, Queen the owner, Poe the owner, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Poe the owner of the shop. A lot of people probably won't deal with Poe, but they still come in there and spend their money with me.
Mm-hmm.
But they still, what I'm saying, going to his business. That's what it
Right.
is. I know a lot of people don't like me. That's cool. I love you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad
Right.
you don't. I ain't got to worry about you.
Right.
But
hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. I told somebody this morning, Bert. Watch this. You might want to write this one down, man. Every good movie has to have a villain.
That's good.
Even Walt Disney, every story they
It
have,
sure do. It
it
sure do.
has a villain. I'll have you a villain.
Wow.
Sometimes you got to be that
Wow.
person.
That's
Ain't that
good.
so?
Wow, that's good. That's
Hey,
good. I like that. That's a
that's
jewel
it.
I'm using.
Every good
I
story got
like
to
that.
have a villain.
hey,
Wow.
man, I appreciate it, man. If you got any last thoughts before you head out, and I see you
Yeah,
Sunday.
well, I think we all need to, come up with something or, it ain't nothing but a start, like all the brothers, and try to be, if it ain't nothing but a kids day, like Post say, start with something that we can, teach them different avenues and different routes and everything, I think that's much needed, so they won't have to go down the roads, those 2 different roads, the grave or mass incarceration. So if we can come up with something, a solution, we'll all put our heads together, So
Well,
Man,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I'll commit to this on the air so we have a record of it. You know, once we can get this COVID thing under control, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and I give Bert his
Right.
vaccination, he don't want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we can get there, man, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I have a few connects back
Okay.
at the crib that we can definitely connect with to
Okay.
get a facility and
Mm-hmm.
have kids stay. You know, that name just came down. It may not stick. I don't care. You know, I don't care who
Mm-hmm.
get the
it's
Right.
credit.
stuck. It's
Right.
stuck.
But and I don't want to see the names of who's coming
Yeah. None of
in
that.
it,
Right.
because then you coming for the wrong person. You
Exactly.
you got to show up. You got to show up to
Yes.
help the kids. That's all I want you
Exactly.
for. So
Exactly.
it don't matter if we have a former NFL player, a
Right.
former NBA player, or
Right.
you know this singer, or
Right.
nah, it ain't about them.
It's about service.
It's about the service,
And that's what
you know.
ministry stands for, to serve. So it's about
And I
ministry.
bet you I can get the news to show up there, Bert. I bet
Yeah.
you I can make that happen.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
Can
with
I
it,
be?
and
man.
Can I? Hey,
that's it.
can I be like Boosie? Can I be a nuke for the day?
No, no, no. You know that's we,
Paul said, nah.
nah, bro. You good? Hey, you good? You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got
Right,
to do all
right.
that. So
Hey, Quinn.
Hey,
hey,
Paul,
we just let you hang with them,
Huh?
while I'm thinking about it, tell Jamaro I said what's up too, man.
man. You know my brother back at the crib. He back in Starville.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tell him,
I
give him a shout
definitely
out.
passed him this.
And
I
Bert,
definitely passed him this.
Tell your two brothers I said, Johnny and your older brother I said what's up,
Yeah,
man. You know,
yeah, man.
they're my
Yeah.
boys, man. Jamar my
Yep.
boy too, you know, so y'all tell him I said what's up, man. Give him my
I
love,
got you,
man.
man.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
Quinn, before
appreciate
you go,
y'all.
man, I gotta ask you a question, man, and this is gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell me a lot. Now, you in the A,
Mm-hmm.
and you riding Dirty Birds, right?
All
No.
day. I've been
Okay, then. All
I've been
right. Well, we good. Bert, all right, Bert. I ain't asked you. Bert, I ain't asked you. Bert, I ain't
Hey
asked you
Bert,
nothing.
Bert, I'm gonna do the old dirty bird dance, the old
Oh,
icky, the whole thing, whatever,
oh,
not the icky, but the dirty bird.
oh, oh. We ain't asked you nothing
Charlie.
about them raggedy 49ers. We didn't. I just, we in the A. I just had to ask the question. That's
Oh
it.
man.
Rise up, and we moving on. We ain't gotta worry about that no
Hey,
more.
okay then. I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna end it. I want y'all to
Okay.
do something for me.
Okay.
Y'all
Why?
gotta
Somebody
participate.
somebody they championships. Watch. I know it. Go
It
ahead.
is. I know what it finna be.
When I put up 5, you do this.
I'm
Ah
not messing with
yeah.
you.
Oh,
I got Bert. We gonna end on that, Bert.
Yeah, we good, man. Hey, this our year.
This
This
I
is our
hey
year.
we'll be
Poe.
back
This
in the Super Bowl this year
Poe.
coming up.
Poe. Me and you bonded even stronger now that I know that you're a dirty bird. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
bruh. Hey, I've been a season ticket holder for about 5 years, so I'm in
Oh
there.
man,
I'm
my
in there.
man, my
I'm in
man.
there.
Hey
Yes,
Quinn,
sir.
Committed to the
I
cause.
need about 15 of them good old classical beats now.
Okay, okay,
I
got
know you got something in the archive.
yes, sir. I got some old stuff I'll pull out, you know, and I'll send it to you. You know what I mean?
So,
DM you now. You're on Instagram, so.
Yeah, I need something, man. My son trying to, we'll talk. I'll see you Sunday, man.
All right. What time again? Sunday.
5.
5 o'clock. All right.
Yeah.
5 o'clock
Central
Central.
or
No.
5 Central.
I forgot. You in the
five
A.
Central.
It'll be you in the A. It'll be 6 our time.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it'll be 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Eastern.
Uh,
6 Eastern.
6
Five
o'clock
Central.
Eastern. 5 Central. Okay.
There we go.
Right.
All right, gentlemen. Gentlemen,
All right, bro.
love
Hey,
y'all,
man.
man.
Great conversation,
Later,
bro.
y'all.
Great
Appreciate it.
conversation with y'all. All right.
All
Love
right,
it.
man. Take care,
Love.
bro.
All
All
right,
right.
y'all. Later.
Yeah, man. Hey, go. Hey, I know we done had a long show, y'all. We want to thank our 2 special guests, Miss Matthews. Remember, if you're in the Aberdeen area, March 16th, cast your vote. Hey, she a person of change. I want to thank Brother Quinn for coming in. You know what I'm saying? And Poe, what's our? We can't forget about our new sponsor, man. We had a new sponsor.
I got it up right now. I was getting ready to hit share.
Okay, we got our new sponsor in. We're gonna let and y'all go. This is up and coming. Pogo handle this.
You gonna put this on me? So what's it? Polish Me Pretty. Coming soon. 113 Dr. Douglas L. Connor Drive, Starkville. There's the phone number 662-418-9677. Another business coming to Starkville. We got to support them. If we don't support them, they can't stay. So we talk about building wealth in our communities. Well, we got to support our businesses.
Yeah,
It's just that simple.
Kevin Daly's daughter.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
hey, homegrown local.
Right.
Support it.
So y'all ain't gotta go to the agents down there at Kroger's parking lot and they hit you across your head for $35 for your nails and your polish and your feet. They hit you for $70. Go on down, come back to 82 on Douglas Connor Drive. It get fancy.
There it is. Hey,
can you hit us with that picture one more time, man, of that young black male?
Yeah. Let me see. I think I got it right here. There it is.
People,
that's so powerful. That is so powerful. So powerful, man. And all the temptations that our young men see every day. And heck, it ain't even limited to just our young men. Us as grown men.
Right.
There is every last one of them apply to us, except for take the ball out. Okay, we ain't gonna play no ball no more. That's it. And all that still apply to us.
We ain't wearing no jewelry.
That shouldn't excite us. But all the other stuff, that apply.
Yeah, they red and blue shouldn't excite us.
It
but
shouldn't.
Just think about what our kids have to, endure every day that they go outside our homes. And plus, even now with social media, with Instagram and Snapchat, and they got TikTok, they got Facebook. They got so much stuff now.
Yep.
And there it is. We shouldn't even have to worry about the police killing, but the reality of what's going on, that's what it is.
Yep. That's what it is, man. So
I don't know, Poe, man. It's been a great show, man. What's
it has
your overall perspective on it?
Man, once again, there's a call to order for us to vote, our people to get out and vote. We can't, you can't complain if you don't vote. So Aberdeen, that's for you. And that's what it is. And then, as far as these young men, man, one person can't do it. You can't wait for the you can't just throw money at the situation. You got to put some time in, man. And I mean that includes me. I got my other stuff going, but we talking about Starkville. We talking about Starkville, and I understand. This whole COVID situation kind of got things. It's kind of got us at a stall. But if we start planning now for coming out of that, then we're ready to go. So it's not a situation where we need to be sitting on our hands right now. We can start planning. Heck, we can do it via Zoom right now. It ain't the thing that you want to do. It may not be the most effective thing, but let's quit looking at my I can'ts and look at my I cans. I can do this right now, So that's all I got, bro.
Hey, man, I don't think I have to tell you, man. Y'all continue to be inspired every day. Y'all make sure that y'all wrap y'all arms around these families, man. The Vaughn family, the Perkins family. It was to me is a very, very sad and tragic situation that once again we have to be equipped mentally to know how to diffuse a situation. We regardless of what it is, man, two young people that haven't even had a chance to really live.
Yeah.
are gone. You know, we got families now that's, you know, they need our prayer, they need our love, they need understanding, they need communication, they need everything. So we just go continue to inspire every day and make sure, remember, hey, you need anything, Bert Robinson Inspires can help you. You can call me at any time, not any time, but you know,
You can
reasonable
call.
time. Yeah, I'm just call. I answer you. Two
Yeah.
six nine 343 1737. You can email me at bertrobinsoninspires@gmail.com. You know, I'm here for you. I'm here to help our community of Stafford in any way. Also, if you're in the Tuscaloosa, Northport area,
Come on.
holla at Be Gone Foods. Got a
Yes,
food truck.
sir.
They
We
set up.
firing up
Go
next
ahead.
weekend. We
Y'all
firing up
fire
next
back
weekend.
up.
We firing up next weekend. We're gonna be blowing shade ice. I gotta go change them blades on that machine. So it's getting ready to pop off for the spring, man. You know, we still I don't care what Mississippi and Texas say, we at Be Gone are still COVID aware. We will we will proceed accordingly. So you know, that's just what it is. That's what it's gonna have to be. But
Right.
we're gonna cook it right. We're gonna do it right. And like I said, we finna break that shade ice machine back out, man. So you know, that thing right there, hey, go and get that sugar high and keep it moving. So but yeah, go to the website www.begonefood.com. You can place your orders. You can find out where we're gonna be. Follow us on Facebook. All our social media is at Be Gone Food. And if you want to call 205-247-6538, leave a message. If we not funk running that day, we check the messages and get you catering events. We do weddings, family reunions, you know, everything. Don't be fooled thinking it's just a truck that we ain't got no skills. We'll show
Right.
you what we can do. So
Right, man. Let's support our businesses. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring our. I'm just still torn, man. Like I say, there was two young guys, man. I knew them. You know what I'm saying? I really you know, I seen EJ in his younger days coming up, but you know, I've
hmm
been around B a lot, that family a lot, man, and it's you know, it's man, it's Starkville, man. We shouldn't be having these type of stories, you know.
yeah,
But hey, let's do our part as the older generation to get out there and you know holler at the young brothers, holler at the young cats, man, and let's bring love back. Let's bring self respect and care back. You know, dignity. Let's bring all that back to the table, to the forefront, and you know,
yeah. I'm with you, bro. Let's do what we can do. Let's get something popping, man. I mean, and let's be ready for when COVID ends. You
oh yeah,
know,
we jumping.
we gotta be jumping. We gotta be
Hey,
jumping.
and y'all make sure y'all tune back in Sunday for Mississippi Vibes with Bert. You know what I'm saying? At 5, I got Mr. Quinn coming back on. I got Miss Sarah gonna be with me. We're gonna talk about the Sharon Edward case. Then I come back an hour later at 6 o'clock. I have my man Poe back with me. We're gonna be talking to Latrell and his mom, Miss Melissa, about the incident that happened in Oklahoma. So y'all tune in. We making sure on Thursdays and Sundays we bringing y'all hot news, real topics, real interviews. And hey, we just two country boys from Mississippi that's doing our thing. And if you want to advertise your business, make sure you email us at MississippiVibes@bert@gmail.com. And hey man, just you know, like I say, my prayers, my love goes out to the family. And I can't get off Poe without Mr. Saul Miner. He was called last night also. You know,
Hmm?
that's the husband of Miss Minor who taught everybody that's 40 and below or even older, 50 or
A little bit
something.
older.
Yeah, Miss Minor, you know, my best friend Jason, his father, Mike and Derwin Minor, they father, you know, he gained his wings last night, as we say, as black
Hmm
people. And so respect to the Miners family and
Send some
I'm done,
condolences
man.
their way.
Yep.
Yep.
So, hey, Mr. Vibes with Bird and Poe, man.
That's it. Hey, we back. We back in a couple days. Sunday, man. Hey, Sunday gonna be lit.
Sunday
Hey,
go be, yeah.
it's gonna be right. It's gonna be right. It's gonna be right. So
You know,
I
and on the
hope everybody
14th,
tune back in.
yeah, on the 14th, y'all tune in. We got Miss man, I can't jack her name up. But anyway, she went from a server to an owner of Outback.
Come on through. All right. I'm looking for that one. I'm looking for
She
that one.
went from a server to now she owns an Outback in Michigan. So she'll be on March the 14th. We just
Mark your
keep
calendar.
it chopping, man. We just keep trying to bring y'all different stuff. So, like I say, we out. Y'all be well. Peace. All right, bro.
Sunday. See you later.
All right, man.
Later.